Hi everyone, welcome to Misc Matched, the art streaming show where we're forming an organized crime syndicate and inviting some other disorganized crime syndicate games to join it. That that doing anything? I didn't have like a great pun lined up this week.
We're gonna play karaoke instead of doing gang
Are we
stuff
live
all
or are
night
you
long.
rehearsing right now?
You're an idiot, and we all know you're lying.
Whoa, those two things
If
can't
we
go
were
hand
in
in
a
hand.
crime syndicate, what would our names be?
Not funded by Tony J organization.
Stop. Like, would it
What
be
are the games?
Nifty
I-
the Dawn?
my
I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
Oh.
Dawn is-
Nifty the boss, even when I'm not the boss. And it's
I was thinking the Dawn, like
These
you
don't
know,
sound like games.
okay, fine. We're mashing up Yakuza 5 with one of three other games, and those games are either Fatal Frame, or I think it's called Project Zero in America, right?
No, it's not Fatal Frame.
No. It's Fatal Frame.
It's Project
It's
Zero.
Project Zero in Japan.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, that shows how much I know about that.
Are
Octodad.
you sure we're streaming? I'm going onto our YouTube channel. I don't see anything.
It says it's streaming.
Okay, keep going.
I will go on Restream and check. Restream says that we're online, but the streaming monitor is just like, oh no, it says we're live.
Okay, well, I don't see anything on my personal YouTubes.
I see it on YouTube.
Okay, I don't. But anyway, what are the other games? Fatal Frame and what?
I don't know. I think we should talk about whether the stream's working for like at least another 3 more minutes.
I'm feeling at least a good 15 minutes about stream diagnostics. I think that's going to spice up our user engagement.
But I can see it on YouTube. It is streaming, and I can see it, and I'm looking at the picture of Fatal Frame and Octodad, the Dadliest Catch.
Damn, we got 9 subsubscribers. That's a big deal.
Yeah, just.
Oh, if I click on videos,
yo,
it shows up, but
YouTube.
not on our home.
Alright, well, I'll have to diagnose that. I was joking when I said we should talk about stream quality for like another 2 minutes.
I think it's important to know that we're streaming.
I mean, I think it's important too, but like, I don't like it when I make a facetious statement and it turns out that statement isn't facetious. You know? It's like, oh yeah, I think we should commit like 7 more crimes, and then it turns out you actually do need to commit like 7 more crimes.
So much on.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the second game is Octodad, the Dadliest Catch. And the final game is Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an indie game. You see that thing right there with the little girl in the box, my collector's edition?
I don't think it's an indie game.
Give me 5 minutes, I'll find this.
It's right here.
I mean, it's made by like.
Oh,
Between
yeah.
my 2 big stacks with the little girl.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that art before.
It's really fucking creepy.
It's looked like a super good game. I watched Jade play a bunch of it.
You watched Ryan play it. I didn't play it.
Oh, you didn't play it? Okay.
Sean watched me play it.
Cool.
There's a DLC, right?
There's
Yes.
Okay.
And a sequel's coming out.
yeah, Little Nightmares 2.
I mean, my vote naturally goes to Octodad. That's a no-brainer for me.
I want to veto Fatal Frame, not because I don't want to draw Fatal Frame, but it's like, it's just they're Japanese girls with ghosts. That's the only difference. They're not.
Yeah,
the Yakuza.
it'd be beefy, non-killing Yakuza men taking pictures.
I mean,
of ghosts.
Okay,
I would probably draw one of the girls as a Yakuza thing, but I don't know if I really want to do that as a.
So I have I think a pretty good pitch for if you mashed Yakuza and Fatal Frame up into a single game, which is you are like the occult crime Yakuza. It's like,
Ooh.
you want a spirit excised, huh?
It'll cost you.
You're gonna pay some protection money for that.
What do you want, Esty?
I don't know. I'm thinking which one would be like the best crossover in terms of gameplay. And I sure as shit don't think it would be Little Nightmares. I don't think it would mesh that well with like a crime syndicate game about a virgin.
Okay, but how would an Octodad Yakuza game work?
That's a no-brainer.
It would just be a goofy physics game with guns.
Whoa, guns.
Yakuza, the Yakuza don't use guns,
Yeah,
not
no,
usually.
they just punch people and
I guess.
non-lethally knock them out with like
Sorry,
stop signs
I was
and
thinking
shit.
about American gangs.
Very different.
In
Yeah, so it'd just be physics objects again, but like with more killy.
but
Like you actually kill the chef this time.
What?
Do you kill an Aku Dad?
what
No.
All right,
No.
well,
There's a chef that's trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, okay.
what
But
if
Because in Yakuza, no kill.
Yeah,
You
but like
break people's necks without killing them.
oh
not
so
lethal.
it's like Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Batman, where he like breaks people like their legs and like fractures all their ribs, but they're okay.
Like so honestly, against Eve's veto, I would probably say Fatal Frame because I think it'd be kind of cool. Like even if it was like if it's supernatural in like Japan, it could be a lot more like it's not just ghosts. It's like you can only see like the spirit world through the camera, so you can see like other yokai.
Oh. And like because they're all like these super cool beefy Yakuza guys, they master the ghosts, right? And then they become like their guardian entities, and then they can like summon them to like use powers on
Are
each
you
other.
This is not
making
Persona.
No, it's JoJo.
Oh, it's JoJo.
Oh, okay.
But wait, the
So
organized
what do you
gang
want
in
I don't fucking know.
the organized gang in
I
JoJo
do like
is
Nifty
mafia.
It is a funny pitch.
Of like we'll hunt the ghosts.
Yeah.
And if you can't pay for the exorcism, they break your fucking kneecap.
Oh no,
I mean-
they unleash ghosts on you.
Also, like, based on your thing, I don't hate the idea of, like, a spooky haunted game where the people who are doing the haunting are Yakuza members. And you have to, like, do Yakuza shit with them to earn their
Oh my God.
respect.
You know what some of the missions could be? What if some of the rival members become yokai, so you have to like hunt down the gangs again because now they're dead?
Or maybe
Ghost Yakuza.
fuck. What's the guy's
Fatal Yakuzas.
Kiryu? Oh god, what's his name? What's the main guy? Because I know you got Majima, and then what's the main guy's name?
In Yakuza?
Kier. I was really expecting someone to come through from
Okay,
gonna
so
say
do we
Fury.
want to do Fatal Frame
Okay,
then?
okay, well, I've got one for Octodad and one for Fatal Frame.
I don't know. I can pass over to Fatal Frame.
Okay.
You do Passover?
I can get behind this, especially because I don't have to put in any work.
Eve,
I know my vote really shouldn't even count, all things considered.
you're contributing, just not very much.
Here's my pen.
That sounds like a stretch.
Yeah, that does sound like a stretch.
There we go.
Eve,
Yeah?
are you just like doing? Are we gonna do Fatal Frame because you're like majority rules?
Yeah, no, we can do Fatal Frame. I
Okay.
just like
But
I
you
don't really. It
wanted-
bugs me when we do things that feel very similar.
You wanted to do Octodad, right?
No, that
no,
was.
you want to do Little Nightmares?
No, we can do Fatal Frame.
No. I just want to know what you wanted to do.
I don't know what I wanted to do.
Okay, well, we're not moving on from this point until you give me an answer about what your preference.
We can do
would
Fatal
actually be.
Frame. God damn it!
No, I want. I want.
Here's my proposition. What would you want to cross Yakuza with?
Out of anything,
Yeah. I'm asking the real questions here.
my head went straight to Sly Cooper, but
I'm thinking Monster Hunter. That'd be pretty fun.
So my
Punching the
Yeah, just go stomping giant dragons.
my original pick before my current wildcard pick is I very nearly put Katamari Damacy in here.
God damn it.
Of like, you'll pay your dues or we'll roll your shit up.
I don't know off the top of my head. Sly Cooper would be my pick for just the top of my head because I
Okay.
can't think of every single video
Oh.
game I've ever played.
Well,
How about Yakuza LA Noir?
Stop. That's just Yakuza with guns.
I'm
But
pretty.
he's solving crimes. Though he probably does that anyways.
He solves
Actually.
I mean,
crimes.
Silent Hill might be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
So I put my name next to Octodad, just because I was coming up with ideas for the title card for it and realized I could call it like Octokuza or Takokuza for the
Yakuza.
title.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a good feeling about Fatal Yakuza. That sounds pretty good.
I mean,
Oh man, we could have had Lil Yakuza, so it would have been like a rapper name.
all right. Am I just gonna leave you undecided, Eve? Is that it? You can't.
I said Fatal Frame's fine. Oh my god.
No, I want to know what your opinion is. Not
Nifty
like.
feels like your heart's not in it.
No, I don't. I
Oh, god damn it!
between three choices that you don't really like any of the choices, I'm just kind of curious as to which one you would have
I
chosen.
think Fatal Frame works the best, but again, the only reason I don't like the idea of Fatal Frame is that it feels samey.
Okay.
Like when we did the
Two anime games
The-
together.
yeah, Dragon Ball Z and Miku, it'll bother me forever for the rest of eternity because it's literally just buff anime with not buff anime.
Why don't we just all do Little Nightmares, because it's kind of like one none of us voted, and that's a really good challenge.
No, I don't want it to be like, well, nobody happy, so that's a good
I'm happy with
You do all four.
I am happy with all three of these options. I put my name next to Octodad just because I like the title thing. So if we're gonna do Little Nightmares, I can do any of these.
No,
Oh.
I'm good
Oh,
with
Little Nightmares is by the same guys as Little Big Planet? Oh wait, oh no, it wasn't. That's fake.
Okay, so we're doing Fatal Frame then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm just
If we were gonna do Little Nightmares, I would just fucking do the geisha at the end.
Yeah, like, can we? I kind of want to do Little Nightmares now, because the little nomies and stuff.
Yeah, but like, how do you like? Are you just gonna tattoo a gnome on somebody's back?
I was gonna make the gnomes the Yakuza. They were gonna have like tattoos.
Okay. Let me pitch you the Little Nightmares Yakuza game, because like Yakuza has some like fucking weird plots sometimes, right? Like Yakuza had a zombie
Karaoke.
Oh, it's all about
lady
minigames.
cards.
but like
Yakuza has very little to do with committing crimes.
but there was like a Yakuza game that was like a zombie apocalypse Yakuza, right? That like it has some weird plots sometimes.
Sure. I don't know.
So it's like a Yakuza plot where your gang, all your favorite characters from Yakuza are like trapped on the horror boat. And have to...
The horror boat.
Well, that's what the boat's like from Little Nightmares, right? Like, it's just this boat full of horrifying shit, some of which wants to eat you.
Everything wants to eat you. Or cook you.
Yeah. So it's like the Yakuza guys are trapped on a boat with, like, giant horrifying creatures that want to eat them, and somehow playing stupid mini-games is going to help them get off this boat.
The only way to escape this situation is pachinko.
Perhaps, like... rather than it being like the very literal horror of Little Nightmares, it's more like Lynchian horror, that everything's just kind of like weird and disconcerting. I don't know. I don't know if that helps. So, are we? Does that mean we're now committed to Little Nightmares?
No, I'm already drawing Fatal Frame.
Okay. I know that doesn't affect at least one of us, but it definitely affects me. I also really don't have any good title card ideas for...
So my favorite thing about Fatal Frame is how every game is connected. How is this game connected to all the other Fatal Frames?
I mean, I've not played any Yakuza games, and I've not played any Fatal Frame games, so
Okay, well, Fatal Frame games are connected in very, like, obscure kind of ways. So, like, an example is, in Fatal Frame 2, you are... What?
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get it working. Hold on.
In Fatal Frame 2, you play as, Sen and Yen, I think their names are. And, they're related to the character in the first game, I think, because the character in the first game is the great granddaughter of what Sen and Yen were supposed to be reincarnated from.
Okay.
And then in the third one, you actually play as one of the characters again, but it's like they're all connected. I don't remember how the fourth one and the fifth one are connected in, but like typically you're related to someone in some way in a previous game. And I like that. It's one of my favorite things.
So I'm assuming that SD or Andrew have played Yakuza before ever.
Are we all...
What? I think their internet's like
Yeah, yeah. I think that the connection on their end's pretty bad.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know. Everything, like, my internet's just having an absolute stroke.
Oh, you actually came through clearly for the first time in like.
Oh, ooh, perhaps we're.
Yeah, the entire time that Eve was talking about Fatal Frame, it was like really slow, and then like went really fast, and then really slow, and then stopped.
Okay.
I think. Are we okay? I think we're okay now.
I was just trying to look up fucking pictures of the Yakuza guy, and it just like the Yakuza knows I'm looking into them.
Oh man, those abs they take up a lot of megapixels.
So can somebody tell me about Yakuza? Because I can't tell anyone about Yakuza. Because I'm now stuck in this like, oh, I really want to play it, but there's like 7 Yakuza games, and I don't even know where to start.
Kiryu, it's on your yeah. Tokyo.
I know you're dying again.
Games. A lot of.
Yeah, this is.
Kind of like.
We got like every 5th word. Maybe
Batman.
not even that.
He's still talking.
Yeah, I know.
Nice things as the or pool or. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We heard like none of that.
I really
Yeah,
liked it because I was like, explain Yakuza. It was like blah 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 something, blah 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 Batman, blah 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 nice things.
I think that should probably clear it up.
You know what? I don't feel any clearer. I don't feel like I understand this any better than I did before.
Should I repeat my diatribe so I can miss to the internet?
I don't know. I feel like we're really going to be
Dick.
rolling the dice.
Stop. I don't care about that.
Another thing I really like about Fatal Frame is how much lore is in everything.
Oh my god.
So you can like you like all the ghosts have lore about them. There's no like this is just a ghost. It's like this is the history of the ghosts and this is why they're so horrifying the way they are.
So, well, Fatal Frame's a game where you take pictures of ghosts so that they don't murder you, right?
More or less.
Like that's the thing.
That's the mechanic. That's not what it's about.
And
each of the Fatal Frames is about a different character with a different goal, doing a different thing in a different place.
And there's
and somehow or other they end up wearing like Samus costumes or whatever, right? Or like dressing up like.
I don't know if Fatal Frame does the dress up.
I know it was.
I'm
you died again.
Certain that.
I know. In one Fatal Frame, you can play as somebody dead or alive, like Akane or something.
I'll be right back.
What are you doing? You gonna reset the router?
No.
Oh.
So I might be
You think
downloading.
he's gonna do something useful?
No, never.
He said he might be downloading something, so
Oh, okay.
Okay.
we're gonna find out if Brent's chugging the internet.
There's so many Yakuza games.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yakuza Dead Souls. Oh, this is the survival horror game.
No. Caligula Effect has already downloaded. It's not that.
Okay.
That's what you were like tanking the internet speeds
No,
for?
I'm pretty sure that's been done for a while. It'd be funny if that's what it was, but no. Bad.
Jeez.
Oh, it's the Fatal Frame Zelda costume.
Oh, the Zelda and
Yeah,
the
and,
Samus costumes?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's the Wii one. I
Yeah.
don't know about before that though. Like I've never played. Well, I played a tiny bit of the Wii one. But most of the ones I played are pre
Okay.
that. Like I played PS. I played the first 3, and I
Oh,
played
wow.
a tiny bit of the Wii one.
Hmm.
So your connection seems kind of stable now. Do you want to take another shot at explaining the Yakuza games?
All right. Well, okay. Here's what I understand from having not played any of them. So, you play as a Yakuza guy, usually in the same part of Tokyo. Usually they have a lot of the same maps, generally speaking. You go around playing a lot of mini games, getting a lot of collectibles, beating up a lot of dudes in such a way that you break all their bones but don't kill them. And there's usually some plot
Yeah,
about.
because like usually the plot is you're not a murderer.
Yeah, you're just you're the nicest criminal in the world. You only do nice, good, helpful things for all the people in your community because the Yakuza is really nice and helpful and good to everybody all the time. Yeah, and
I mean,
usually
if
there's some sort of-
anime's taught me anything, it's true.
Whoa, hey, if you see someone with a tattoo, that's shit, scary. Yeah, but there's usually some sort of plot about like a rival Yakuza guy who's doing bad, or someone gets framed for murder, or
There's
that sort of thing.
there's karaoke. I know there's karaoke.
Yeah, there's karaoke. You got your pachinko. Maybe you play some pool or something. Stuff like that. Collect a whole bunch of pictures of like
Sexy
adult
ladies.
Japanese actresses, stuff like that.
Okay, so then I'll go back to my original like Yakuza thing. Is if I was gonna start playing the Yakuza games, like, where should I start?
I have heard that Yakuza 0 is a pretty good place to start, being a prequel. I think that's one of the Majima games. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, I guess you could dig out... fuck, is the first one even localized? I think it is.
Yeah, no, everything
Yeah.
Well,
from...
Ryan just got the collection.
Yeah, everything
Oh, yeah.
from, like, 0 to 5 is on PS4 now, right? Basically everything but, Like a Dragon. So 0 to 6.
Oh, yeah, that's the Dragon Quest one. Yeah.
Shut up.
It is.
It is!
Also, ironically, Yakuza in Japan is called Like a... Which, I mean, unfortunately does not make the title Like a Dragon, but still, it's kind of there.
Gimli. That.
You're so... Boy, oh boy.
You step on paper thinking it was a let. God, you're dumb. You're such a garbage cat. You
Goofy
knocked the
cat.
garbage down yesterday.
Man, there has to be some actual Yakuza thing I can pull on here for a title. I know they have a big thing about, like, you have the ceremony where you become brothers. You drink sake together.
Oh, how romantic.
Ha-
For reasons I don't understand, I'm on the IMDb page for the original Yakuza right now, and the footage they've got to demonstrate the game is what appears to be two women in incredibly skimpy bikinis, like, beating the shit out of each other. Okay. That's some sort of minigame.
Okay, Sworn
He's just playing with his butt plug.
Yeah,
Sworn Brotherhood.
Can you help me pick a yokai now?
Oh my god. Whoa.
Do you wanna
Oh, yeah,
start?
go with the first one, the furry creature.
No.
Oh, yeah, fun fact, Mark Hamill was in the first Yakuza game. Only the first one.
Nice.
For some reason.
That's what it looks like.
Weird.
So Eve, what else makes Fatal Frame real good?
Can you look for one?
I mean,
Or is
it's
it?
all about the lore. Like that's
Is that just
that's
like
one of the
all
biggest selling points is that
legendary
it's about
creatures?
the lore. But I mean, it's also pretty spooks. You can only protect yourself with the camera. You only have so much um film, and different films do better against ghosts.
Spooky things come out walls.
So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not just spooky Pokemon Snap.
No, so you have to time your pictures, like basically right before the ghosty attacks, you do the most damage. So you basically have to get the reds of their eyes. And it's kind of spooky because like the ghosts are really creative. Like there's this one ghost that always freaked me out. She's blind, so if you don't move, she can't find you. But she also disappears and appears in different places. So she walks around kind of stumbling with her arms out, and like one time I was playing, she was right in front of me at one point, like she just appeared in front of me, and then she turned and was like, "Where are you? I can hear you." And then there's like this drowned one who floats above you.
Oh, fuck the falling woman. I hate her.
Yeah, there's the broken necked woman who crawls towards you. Like her neck's broken and she's like on her back and she's like moving towards you like a freaking horrifying spider.
That sounds
Oh yeah.
delightful.
Broken indeed.
Oh, I love the games. There's a really good sequence in the second one where you're running from the ghost of that's possessing your sister, and if she touches you, you're dead. But there's this part where you hide in a closet and the ghost starts like banging on the door, stops, and like from your sister's voice is like, "Yeah, let me in, Yai. It's me. It's me. Like, why won't you let me in?"
I
And then you're
assume if
just
you
like,
let
"I'm
her in,
trapped."
she yeah. It making me think of like Clock Tower.
Yes, yes, it's very Clock Tower-esque.
Sounds to be something like. I don't really want to pull on like the Fatal Frame part of Fatal Frame because I really like the idea of the game being like, oh, you're trying to put the spirits of your Yakuza brothers to rest.
Ooh. The engraver's kind of spooky.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys looking at some Fatal Frame ghosts?
Zombie ghosts.
Stop.
John Freeman, Gordon Freeman's brother.
Savor of Hummins.
It's time to face my full life consequences. The pants were dead.
Oh fuck.
Is that like actually the original dramatic reading?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pants were dead.
I must do what must be done by me to defeat the enemies.
So what I'm getting from this is that I should add Half-Life Full Life Consequences to the list of.
Oh yeah, do it. Absolutely. I mean, it'd basically just be Gmod, but do it.
Absolutely not.
Of the guy that bled all the blood. It's kind of like the Tommy Wiseau's Blood Street.
House that bled blood on
the
Alex.
House that bled blood on Alex.
What a classic.
It was Blood Street, not Blood Street. Fucking Tommy Wiseau, man.
Yeah, that guy's alive.
That's wild.
Maybe.
Oh, good. Limbo Man. Big fan of Limbo Man.
Limbo Man.
You got Limbo Man, you got Limbo Woman. Ooh, long hair woman? That's spooky. It's weird when people have long hair.
Was there, do any of you guys know anything cool about Shinto and like putting people to rest under the Shinto religion?
It may surprise you that I know almost nothing about Shinto.
Yeah, no, I wasn't holding out for you giving me anything helpful.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to spread chaos and also to manage the HR.
Did you say HR?
Yeah, the HR. I got promoted to HR last week.
Did you?
Yeah, for mismatch.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you were like at your
No,
job.
no,
I was like, what?
Nifty promoted me.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought, I was like, all these sexual harassment complaints I've been putting in, who's actually processing them? And now I realize it's you, and that's why they haven't been processed.
Exactly. I put them all right in the incinerator. I'm on top
I
of it.
forgot about another good ghost in Fatal Frame. It's in Fatal Frame 2, it's all about twins, and this one twin, her twin died, so her dad built a replicate doll of her. So
Ugh.
whenever you're fighting them, you have to take a picture of her and not the doll. And they both come at you from like like different angles, and the only way you can tell the difference is right before they attack, the doll's head falls to the side, broken.
Ugh.
And then there's like another one, it's like the well creature from the Ring. You fight it at 2 different points, and there's one where you open a chest and it climbs out of the chest.
Classic move right there.
I know.
Okay, I'm reading about Japanese folklore now, and this is some badass shit.
Yeah, they're fucking...
It's some cool fucking folklore, yo.
I love Japanese folklore. It's scary.
They have like
I love Japan, period.
Stop. We are not doing this. We are not. No. No. Darren, I swear to God.
I know, without Shauna here.
Garuga Mesh.
Gaming! Anyways, carry on. Oh god, did I end the stream?
No, I'm just still busy reading about different ghost classifications. Because you know, if you're being haunted, the most important thing is to be get out your textbook and be like, oh yeah.
Important key.
You need to know the difference between ghouls and owls.
You gotta know which one of them's gonna stick it in your butt.
Yeah, that's important. Bite, bite. Oh,
Exactly,
bitey. Bitey. Ew, bite, bite.
Ooh, okay. What about Yakuza Hungry Ghosts? I kind of like that.
Yakuza and the Hungry Ghosts.
The Hungary ghosts. They're from Hungary. They're from the country Hungary.
Hungarian ghost, yeah. Watch out for those.
I mean, I guess in Japan, like, the photography aspect of Fatal Frame just isn't in the title at all, because it's called Project Zero.
I think,
I mean, in the base, or like the names are Crimson Butterfly, I don't even remember
The Tormented.
Maiden of Blackwater.
There's the Mask one.
Cursed Memoir, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse.
The Mask of the Lunar Eclipse,
The Tormented and Crimson Butterfly.
according to Wikipedia, in Japan, the title is just Zero.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Europe, it's Project Zero for some reason.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started on random fucking European names for things.
Maybe I should.
Except for Dark Cloud 2, because Dark Chronicle is definitely a better sequel name than Dark Cloud 2.
That is
Like
true.
that
Yeah.
one exception for that. But it's like one of my favorite like classic games is called Story of Thor in Europe, and it's called Beyond Oasis in America. Why? Maybe they thought that Americans didn't understand how Nordic religion worked. I don't know.
Oh wow, yeah, this is. What year was this?
Like
94.
Yeah, I was going to say it's 93, 94. Story of Thor is a really rad game because it's basically Capcom were taking a crack at making a Zelda-like game and put a bunch of their like 2D fighting animation sensibilities into the fighting. So when you do like a jump kick in Story of Thor and you kick someone in the head, it just like really feels satisfying.
Huh.
And it's great. It has the bombs that you can use as weapons. You can hurt yourself with them, and you can set fire to things, and it's just really hilarious to throw a bomb and it hits an enemy. It like throws them backwards, and then they're on fire, and they run around on fire.
Alright, we've all been there.
Yeah, it's I don't know. What it's not the like amateur hour term for it is juicy. Like it's got like combat's got a lot of juice, but I like hate that term because it's a fucking amateur hour game design term.
Corvo?
I think it's scheduled for him.
Throw Corvo in the bathroom.
Alright.
Because he's definitely chasing her if she was hissing that much. He's not stupid, he's just a shitlord. I love when cats are temporarily, like, surprised, so you just close something on them and you're like, later. See you never.
Oh.
You can come out when we're done.
I was looking for information on like special Yakuza funerals, and instead I got one of the Yakuza games.
What?
Yeah, Yakuza Kiwami Funeral of Fists Guide.
Oh, okay.
Probably because you're already looking up Yakuza.
It's the bots, man.
Oh, okay, so there is a whole side quest in Yakuza about a ghost tape.
Oh, well.
Oh, this is... I guess stream over.
Yeah, there's a exorcism subquest.
Wow.
For fuck's sakes. I don't know. Which goat should I... What are you laughing at? Oh, for the love of God.
Alright. Here we go. Has anyone played Fatal Frame 2? What would you do if you got stuck in that village place? At night, too. Has anyone played... Played Fatal Frame... God damn it, the description's the same as the question. I would seriously freak and get nervous. Breakdown XD lol.
XD lol.
XD
So
lol.
I think it only shows up at night. No, you get trapped in it if you're there at night.
Oh,
If you show up in Fatal Frame 2 and you stay there and it becomes night, you become trapped. Granted, that might have just been Yai and Sai. No, it's not Yai and Sai. Fucking Ren and Sen? I don't remember their names. They're twins. And one of them becomes possessed and is the worst.
I haven't played 2, but I did try to play Fatal Frame 1, and it scared the bejesus out of me. When you'd be walking around, you turn, and all of a sudden you're staring at a scary freaking ghost. I'm a big chicken. Can't even watch scary movies without getting freaked out. So sadly, I couldn't finish the game. If I got stuck in that situation, in 1, it's the big scary house, I'd probably have a breakdown as well, winky face.
Winky face.
In the first one, you play as a girl named Miku who's looking for her brother, who came to this place, and then you get locked in and stuck, and you find out that your brother is the reincarnated lover of the rope priestess who's supposed to be tied up to protect the town from the underworld, but then she became in love with the person she wasn't supposed to be in love with, and so since she was attached to this world, it didn't work out, and that's why this place is a horrifying hellhole.
Whoa. Spoilers.
Man.
I mean, if you really want spoilers, I can tell you how it ends.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Man, I'm suddenly wishing that I'd picked for my wildcard game, I'd picked Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah, that... oh, man, we could have done Fatal Frame Death Stranding. That would have been something.
Fatal Frame and Death Stranding aren't coming out this week, so you can't. That's not how
Yeah.
we play this game.
Yeah, we're basically never going to get to do Death Stranding as the main game now.
Oh, no.
Actually, that's not true, actually. There might be...
it's coming out on PC!
There might be DLC as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Death Stranding DLC.
That would be something.
Or, actually, I'd be so hyped if they did equivalent of Substance or Subsistence for Death Stranding.
That would be even more something. If that does happen, though, I hope they bring back the monkey tails. That'd be exciting.
Just be like, hey, here's the good bits of the gameplay, like, narrowed down into, the experience you can play without having a mandatory codec call every 5 minutes.
You can also skateboard now in Death Stranding.
Yeah. Oh, the skateboarding mini game. Boy, oh boy. Yeah.
Hey, I spent a long time skateboarding around Big Shell.
Oh, did you actually?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was like a not as good version of Tony Hawk.
It really was.
It's still better than like some of the latter day Tony Hawk games.
That is not a high bar to cross.
I don't know. Some people really love Tony Hawk Underground, so.
Oh, you mean like that far back? Okay, sure. Okay, yeah.
If you want to get into the story of the third Fatal Frame, you have to get into spoilers of the second Fatal Frame, because you play as one of the characters and how she's reacting to after she got teleported to the fucking terrifying village.
I do like.
She's not handling it very well.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah, it's the one in the wheelchair.
Also, like just so you know, the Yakuza article on Wikipedia has like a shit ton of issue warnings.
What,
like
for the game or for like the actual
no, for the actual Yakuza, it's like there's not enough citations. This article possibly contains original research. The article may be imbalanced towards certain viewpoints. This section needs
imagine that.
Expansion with examples and additional citations.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of errors.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm still like just not learning anything useful for what I need to do though. You I assume that you found like the two good things on Yahoo Answers. I bet Yahoo Answers has some pretty good questions about the Yakuza, but not about the Yakuza video games.
Yeah, I don't know how to dig up any game specifically. Oh, okay. We got anything interesting here? No, this is unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, this
is kind of funny. Someone wondering whether or not there's cussing in Fatal Frame, but apart from that,
there's murder.
Okay.
Yeah, but is there cussing?
This is pretty sick.
Okay.
So, the Yakuza frequently engage in a unique form of Japanese extortion known as soikia. In essence, this is a specialized form of protection racket. Instead of harassing small businesses, the Yakuza harass stockholders' meetings of large corporations. They simply scare the ordinary stockholder with the presence of Yakuza operatives who obtain the right to attend meetings by making a small purchase of stock. They like intimidate companies into letting them get on the board by having stock. That's so rad. If you're gonna commit crimes, at least make them cool crimes. Also, apparently they were part of disaster relief services because they're semi-legitimate.
Yeah, they are certainly semi-legitimate.
More legitimate than you.
Whoa, that's a hot take right there.
Oh my god.
Of making the ghost pose.
Okay, I think now I've wasted like half my time.
I found a thread on Yahoo Answers about someone describing the premise of Fatal Frame and awkwardly hyperlinking
what?
Hyperlinking in some YouTube clips of it, and then canvassing people on a scale of 1 to 4. How scary is it?
1 to 4?
1 to 4. How spooky does this seem to you?
I'm assuming they typoed and meant to write 5 and they just...
The top answer is 4. God damn it. What the hell? What even is Yahoo Answers?
It's a service that some people still use, I guess.
God, this is baffling.
There is actually a legit reason to do things on a scale of 1 to 4. So, you know, when you usually have those survey questions that are like 1 to 5, where 1, it's like strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. So you have
Yeah.
that, but you don't want people to pick neutral. So you just have 4 options, and it's like, oh, I can either strongly disagree, disagree, agree, or strongly agree.
Right.
But it's not generally that useful. Like, it has some very specific uses if you're trying to gather information. Okay, what is the name? Dead Souls is the spooky Yakuza game.
All right. So this unfortunately is not as related, but from Yahoo Answers, haunted? 3 question marks. There was a game with a place that was haunted somewhere in Asian, and it is
Somewhere in Asian.
Oh yeah, and it is a true place that exists. I want to find a site and talk about it. It is a memoir where there was a lot of people that got killed. The memoir of dream of something like that.
The memoir?
The memoir, you know.
The memoir, you know, the
I
memoir.
think he's going for manor, I think, but he just kept typing memoir. Update. Okay, it is not a movie. It is a real haunted place in Asia. And I think you can even not go there.
You can even not go.
Is he talking about like the suicide forest?
I don't know. He's talking about like it's a building. I don't fucking know.
I mean, there's a lot of reputedly haunted places in Asia.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Everybody's just like, are you talking about Fatal Frame?
I mean, he could also be talking about Kuon.
Oh yeah.
Somebody magic on laptop.
Yeah, I am.
So,
I don't know how good our microphone is, but you might hear scratching at some point and the sounds of screams. Just ignore that.
I'd be
Okay.
amazed if the microphone was that good. The basement's like 10 floors down.
So, on another note,
What?
who's excited for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Oh my god, I can't fucking wait.
Because
Oh man.
We already have our tickets.
yep.
Oh, you're smarter than me. I might walk out. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to it.
We're all gonna be watching. Your girlfriend's gonna be next to you. And you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay.
If
It'll be like one Jim Carrey joke too much. You're like, all right, fuck this.
if you walk out, you're doing it wrong. You want to curl into a ball and spin dash out.
Oh yeah. It's a good idea. I'll fuck oh man, what were those videos on YouTube? You know, the videos that people post on YouTube sometimes. Yeah, those ones.
A video?
Yeah, those ones. Yeah. Was it just Sanic?
Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, the one where it's like the Green Hill thing, crunchy and like and it's like shitty drawing of Sanic. Yeah, just like
oh, Sanic.
Yeah.
Sanic the Hedgehog.
yeah, Sanic. Yeah, just like blast some fucking Sanic music and roll your ass out of there.
Roll your ass out of it.
Make like a hedgehog and roll.
Make like a hedgehog and get the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm hoping for like a post-credit stinger where like Shadow shows up. That would, oh man.
Would that make it all worth it?
Oh, super young.
Don't hype me so much. Oh my god, that would be the best thing.
It really would. It just like come on screen for like half a second, and be like, Maria, or maybe like, where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? Oh man.
No, I think Maria would be better. Just one line of like, Maria.
To this day, I still like really unironic Shadow. Shadow's so fucking cool.
Shadow is like the epitome of like design by committee of people being like, yeah, but what if Sonic was like edgy cool?
No, it's
Like-
just like, you know,
What if Sonic had a gun?
it's basically like, okay,
But
Sonic
like
made
Shadow,
Goku,
I was
so let's put Vegeta in.
I was gonna make that joke about Sonic having a gun, but like Shadow didn't become Shadow with guns until after Sonic Adventure 2. Like originally he was designed without guns.
This is true, yes. Shadow the Hedgehog introduced us to the revolutionary idea of hedgehogs with guns.
rocks.
Yeah, and cars for some reason.
Can we talk about how fucking wild the neutral ending of Shadow the Hedgehog was?
Is that the one? That's the one with all the androids,
I
right?
mean,
I can promise you I can't talk about how wild that is because I've literally never played that game.
Oh fuck! Oh god, that game's a timeless classic. You gotta get like all 416 endings and come back and talk to me.
I'm
There's so many
waiting.
goddamn fucking variables in that goddamn game. I mean, they're not very meaningful, but they're still there.
I'm holding out for them doing like an HD remaster or something, and then I will unironically play that.
I don't think they're gonna go back to Shadow the Hedgehog. I think
Okay,
Yes.
so there is
Not with that kind of attitude.
there
I don't
is
want a fucking remaster of Shadow, okay? I want a goddamn Chow mobile game at
Oh,
the
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the best way to get that is to have them like take an interest in everything Sonic related.
just fucking redo Sonic Adventure where the Chow Garden was.
always remember the key rule of thumb: never assume Sonic Team is ever going to do anything smart ever. Assume
That's
that
fair.
every idea is the worst idea ever.
That's
They're
fair.
always fucking up, nonstop.
And then they like go back, do a reboot of another one, and then they make a new IP and they fuck it again.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I'm never gonna get over Sonic's been tortured for months, and then he's like completely fine and just pissing on everything, basically.
oh is that
It's like,
is that,
hey guys, nothing's changed with me.
is that
Oh,
Sonic
man.
Forces, right?
Yeah.
Game
yeah, I
was-
mean, like, Sonic Forces was solidly like okay.
Sonic Forces was weird because it felt like it was supposed to be a mobile game. Like it was designed like it was supposed to be a mobile title, and then because it had this whole like weird economy of like territory control that didn't really matter, right? And like this ridiculous character customization system.
Yes.
I love the character. Don't call that
I
ridiculous.
like
You're
how you can-
ridiculous.
The
But
weird hedgehog is Joker from Persona for some reason. Oh god.
man, I mean, I think I just played Sonic Forces continuously until I was done with
We
it,
did.
right? Yeah.
We did. We beat the game.
Yeah.
You
I
Wow.
know.
just made that like little human colored hedgehog that you like gave.
Yeah, yeah. It was Skin Tone the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man,
you
do
get-
I still have? If one of you guys can dig up the picture of Skin Tone the Hedgehog,
I'm sure I have it screenshotted on my PlayStation. That's what we used it on, right?
yeah. It was that.
Then I could probably find it on my PlayStation at one point
Okay,
or another.
well, like whenever you, when you have you know a hot minute, I'll take 2.
Way too
I'm not gonna change my Facebook profile to it or anything, but
Now I'm disappointed.
maybe I will. Maybe I'll make it my Twitter avatar for a while. I think that's
that I can get behind.
Remember our boy? He was really safe, and then he wanted to be cool like Sonic, and then he realized that no, he's not like Sonic. He's his own character, and he's a safe boy.
yeah, we
I just
gave him
remember
like
sending you pictures of him in like varying amounts of safety equipment.
It was
Yeah.
always safety equipment, and he was always like he had gloves and knee pads
Yeah.
and like a safety helmet.
Skin Tone the Safe Hog.
And then he met Sonic, and he did a mission with Sonic, and he wanted to be more like Sonic. So for like one mission, he dressed like Sonic, and then after that, he went back to his normal safety gloves.
I
Oh,
love that you
man.
guys gave him like a whole arc.
Yeah.
Man, this would make a good fanfic.
that is how engaged in the gameplay of Sonic Forces we were. We were discussing weird
Our character's like whole story, his
In-game-
whole life, and what motivates him.
fiction instead of like, well, I guess as well as playing the video game.
But for fuck's sakes.
Zoom, enhance.
Oh, there we go. See full size.
Give me a hard copy of that. Yeah,
Don't
We're,
start with me.
you startled me.
we're actually starting to get there with the actual zoom enhance IRL like AI that's smart enough to fill gaps properly.
Beauty.
Oh no.
Mm.
Then people won't understand when we like joke about like, oh ho ho, this stupid show. They'll be like, what? That's exactly how it works.
God damn it.
It's fine. We'll always have zip disks. We're talking about
What?
Start calling us
Yeah,
boomers.
you probably don't remember zip disks, but they could hold 70 megabytes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like in the weird gap before everyone realized that writable CDs were like mad cheap, so it was really easy to write CDs, and somebody's like zip disk technology that you needed a proprietary drive for and proprietary disks that cost like $40 each.
Oh my god.
But each disk could hold 70 megabytes.
That's a fuckload.
70.
That's a lot of documents right there.
It's you know, maybe like a third of a YouTube video. Yeah, I think it's in Die Hard. Maybe it might be one of the Die Hard movies where they're like they've got the evidence on a zip disk.
Remember when like those kinds of things would save the like save the world if it got into the right hands, or destroy the world if it was in the wrong hands.
I wonder if there's okay. I'm gonna look real quick and see
Pretty
if
accurate, seeing as like we still have our fucking like the nuke codes in America are on like
The
floppies.
floppy disks, yeah.
Betamax. I drew her legs, but they're gonna be covered in a skirt. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life?
oh my gosh. Okay, I went to look at the zip drive article on Wikipedia, and this is like a fucking rabbit hole of like bad technology decisions.
Where was I? I lost my page. Fuck. There it is.
Damn, those are some smooth looking zip disks. Shit.
Yeah, they looked like they supposedly looked like very retro and futuristic at the time, right?
Wow.
Like, there's one thing you can say against CDs, which is shortly after they came out, we all realized how fucking ugly they looked. And, CDs, like any kind of optical discs. Rev? Oh my god, this is such an edgy piece of technology.
Whoa, what?
A Rev drive.
Rev drive.
Oh, it's a removable hard disk storage system.
Ooh, oh man, look at that.
Oh, like a lot,
Wow.
a lot of these are just like a regular.
That looks like a Wii U.
Oh yeah, have you guys ever had a 5.25 inch floppy disk before?
At the store, yes.
You're gonna slap somebody with one of those puppies.
Oh wait, that's what the Commodore 64 we have has some really fucking big floppies with it. And they are floppy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you could hit someone with them. It probably hurt a little bit.
Interesting.
What the? Oh, it's just camera film. Okay, I thought it was some sort of really wacky format.
Our cat is so angry that we put him in the timeout bathroom.
Are you seeing what it says?
It's not using that timeout to reflect on their behavior.
Nope.
No.
He's
The
just
worst child.
gonna attack Gimli again.
He's not much for introspection.
No. He's got cat's burgers, so. Danny, like, fucking moved the chair over to sit down, and the cat was acting like there was an earthquake, and he was, like, on the chair, like, what's going on? Even though it's not the first time.
He's truly baffled by everything.
Yeah, he really is. Okay. Oh, this one has a sash. I'm gonna get. No, you don't get a sash. I've decided then.
Man, I need a good pattern for like lots of like fractures in a thing.
I don't want to draw hands.
Ooh, some of these are real cool. I bet they're all going to be watermarks though. How dare I want to make something for free?
Where you make no financial money.
Yeah, how dare I? How dare I do those things? Financial money, unlike the other kind of money.
You know, blood money.
Hitman?
Yeah.
Which is a very simple game.
What?
But is it as simple as Kingdom Hearts?
Yes.
Are we talking about the plot of Hitman? Oh.
Sure.
Do you want to talk about the plot?
Hitman's got an excuse plot. It's just a silly, stupid excuse plot. I mean, there's lore, but it's lore that doesn't.
Well, okay, like, I have never played a full Hitman anything game. I played like 2 levels of one Hitman game, and my vague understanding of the plot is you're a hitman for an organization, you kill people for money, and then you realize your organization is evil, and then you're against the organization for a while,
Okay,
killing people
that
so
sounds
that they
like
don't kill you.
Absolution has the most plot, and I don't know. Absolution's a black sheep. It's an odd one out. Yeah.
That's what they labeled the second movie after, and I don't
Yeah.
like the second movie as much as the first.
Oh,
The
boy.
first one is so cute.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
they're
it
both
was-
garbage.
Thank
Sounds like
you.
funny garbage.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a shit movie, but like the first one, yeah, there's like it's charming in how bad it is.
Yeah.
I,
But yeah, generally, Hitman is not about the plot very much. You're a clone boy working for a shady
Clone boy.
organization. Yeah, exactly. Working for a shady organization to kill some dudes who are usually bad. Sometimes they're not.
I mean, you could also be describing the plot of Final Fantasy VIII when you say that.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, you work for a shady organization, you kill people, and sometimes they're bad, and sometimes they're not.
Huh. The only
I
Final
don't think
Fantasy
you're
I know
really
anything about is 10.
Clone boy. I love 10.
Yeah, 10 is pretty sweet. Ha 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 ha.
There's
ha.
I like how everyone who's uneducated makes fun of that.
Yeah. The scene is that I know he's forcing a laugh, etc.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, it's still really funny that somebody took the whole OST and turned it into Tita's.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I appreciate the shit of it.
Also, the fact that Aaron is like 35 years old, thing ever.
Yeah, because even in the flashbacks, he looks like fucking 50. It's so bad. I'm gonna be a little lazy.
Man, I was so lazy on this one. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Shit, that's not what I want.
Am I like the person who has the clearest idea of what they're doing right now?
I don't know. Esty seems to be making her way downtown.
Downtown?
Fucking
Yeah.
fast. Face is passing. I'm fucking done. Everything's so wrong and I don't belong. Living in precious memory. Ah, shit! I didn't color his leg.
I don't remember that lyric of Downtown.
That's you don't hear that bit on the radio.
It's on the
Oh, is it too hot? It's too hot for radio.
Yeah.
radio. Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay. Everything's so wrong and I don't belong. Living in your precious memory. I always think about the bird playing piano where it's like smacking its face on the keyboard and it's just like and then she's like and it just like beeps, so instead of like miss you, it's like I beep you. It's so great, and it's just like smacking its face on the keyboard and it makes me laugh. I love it. Ooh.
That was a weird little laugh.
I've got some very unique laughs. Some I've been made fun of in school, some I have not. School is like the worst time of my entire life. I hated it.
Welcome to the club.
There are only 2 kinds of people in this world. People who are like, school is the worst time of my life, and fucking liars.
High school is the worst.
That's a hot
Everybody
take.
Stop.
Shut up.
fucking.
I'll give a pass on that. That was like pretty lukewarm as takes went. Like it was not when I give like a 2-degree take and James is like, oh, that's a hot take, my boy.
I mean, I can't say too much. Our high school was better than some horror stories. that
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
yeah, no.
Ours was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, what have I done? But like, one thing that weirded me out, everybody thought I was fat because I wore baggy clothes. So anytime everybody realized that I was thinner than my sister, they were like, "Oh shit," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't eat."
That'll do it. Not
Yeah,
eating.
well, like I was going through because my mother-in-law was pictures that she had taken. She's like, I found these in an album, and it's like Shaunik and I when we first started dating, and like all of my bones are just there, visible, and if like you can't see my hair right away, I just look like a cancer patient, and it was like wild. I'm like, man, I used to think I was fat. Thanks, body issue.
We certainly
Also,
do.
Our teacher, Mr. Egan, was garbage.
We certainly do live in a society.
This is, yes.
Bottom text.
This much is certain.
I mean, it wasn't the other kids that gave me body issues. It was my family. So.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm just like double fuck up. Okay.
I just spat everywhere. Oh, he desperately wants out.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
that's the sound of a boy.
Oh.
That's what you get for picking fights.
You'll it's not you will regret your words, indeed.
You crank that soldier boy.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, you will feel ashamed of your deeds. Oh boy.
What?
Man. It was around the time when Quiet was announced for fucking Phantom Pain, and lots of people were like, "Wow, she's like wearing nothing. What the fuck?" And Kojima tweeted at one point saying, "Once you realize the secret reason for her exposure, you will feel ashamed of your words and deeds." Oh man.
I love Kojima.
Oh boy. What a
Strange man.
what a complicated. Oh man. Once you
And then we
realize
got the Nier creator who's just like, I like girls.
he also likes guys.
That's fair.
Yeah, there is equality in the way he like.
Oh yeah, everyone. Well, not everyone, but a lot of characters are sexualized as shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Snake sneaking suit in MGS2. I swear, I'm not trying to derive reasons to talk about Metal Gear.
The one time we're going to be doing Metal Gear and you're just not going to have anything to say. You're not going to have anything to share.
I don't think that's ever going to be an issue.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sure once we hit the Metal Gear episode, I'm going to be conspicuously silent for the whole thing.
I doubt it. 100%. I doubt that.
So it hadn't even occurred to me to like keep that in the back of my head for when I'm picking a wildcard game for like what can I put Metal Gear Solid 2 with that will just really upset David.
Is
But
that
we'll
is Metal Gear Solid 2 like its own thing, or are we doing Metal Gear?
Well, so based on the last conversation we had on Messenger about it, nobody shot me down. Apparently, I have fucking a pass to pick whatever I goddamn want for my wildcard pick.
Oh yeah, I had no
Okay.
qualms against
So,
it.
Interesting.
so if I'm like specifically Metal Gear Solid 2, then I guess that's what we're doing. For the movie one,
That just means if Metal Gear Solid 2 shows up, we'll know automatically which one's the one.
I mean, the last one's always the wild one, right?
no, I mixed the order up so you guys don't know which one's wild.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Because Octodad was like the middle one, and that was my wild pick.
Oh, okay.
I don't want you to be influenced by the fact that like I'm trolling. you know. That said, I am kind of sad I didn't commit to trying to see some Katamari princes designed as Yakuza dudes. I gotta, at some point, commit to learning Critter, I guess.
Commit to learning what?
Critter, it's a different art package to Photoshop.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Photoshop does several things that make me very sad. Stuff like sometimes it'll open the save dialogue and other unclosable dialogues behind the entire application where I can't access them.
Yeah, I can see how that be inconvenient.
I have to just hope that they're in a state where I can escape out of them. Otherwise, my entire Photoshop session is soft locked.
Wow.
That's weird.
Sometimes the toolbar just disappears off the screen.
That's really
Wow.
weird.
My Photoshop does lots of weird stuff.
Maybe it's haunted.
That
Like Japanese go.
that
Take pictures of it.
is the lamest haunting.
It's just like a ghost that likes to fuck with your Photoshop files sometimes.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's a pretty chill ghost. I would take that over one that turns my blender on in the middle of the night. Can you imagine how fucking annoying that you're trying to say?
No, just learn to put what you want blended in there, and then in the middle of the night it'll blend for you.
Then it wakes me up. That's the
Well,
whole
it's gonna turn on Blender anyway. Just live with it.
That's true.
Maybe it'll stop doing it if it's helping you.
Shit. Okay. Surprise me. That's so cool.
What is the most cursed household appliance? I'm thinking having a haunted fridge would be pretty shitty, because your
So bad.
food would keep going bad, seemingly randomly.
I think
I mean,
the oven would be worse.
Yeah, an oven could burn your house down.
I've already had a broken oven. It's fucking awful. When we moved into this condo, we had to get it replaced because there's no cap. The thing was broken that would stop it from continuing to heat once it reached peak heat.
Oh my god.
So we'd set it to 350 and wait 10 minutes and it would be at 500 degrees.
Jesus.
Yeah, the guy that came in to test it was like, Jesus Christ, get this replaced. And I was like, okay.
I mean, but haunted oven isn't actually going to burn your place down, right? Otherwise, it can't keep haunting you.
Oh,
You don't know what the fucking haunted appliance wants.
Yeah.
But generally, ghosts. Let's work on the fiction that ghosts want to keep haunting people, right? If the haunted oven burns your house down,
I don't know. A lot of ghosts just want to kill you.
but aren't they mad at a bunch of people?
Sometimes they don't give a shit. Sometimes they'll just kill whoever you want. Have you not watched some horror movies out there?
Yeah, and nearly all the horror movies.
To r/fit where a muscular dude that didn't believe in ghosts had a haunting going on, so he was just kind of living his life and doing whatever, and everybody's like, dude, you got ghosts, and he's like, I don't fucking have ghosts, guys.
Ghosts.
And so the alpha-ing the ghosts where he'd walk around his place naked and any objects are that's probably a cursed object, you shouldn't touch it. He would just wipe his butt across it and stuff. He was just fucking with it. And eventually he got really mad because I think shit was moving around, and he punched a hole in the wall and found out there was a document, and basically all the ghosts were people from a landlord that had screwed them over and they all died there. So he went to the old guy was still alive, living with his kid. He went there and I think he punched the guy in the face or something. The story ended with this fit guy not giving a fuck that his house was haunted. And then the twist at the end was he saw some ghost disappear. He's like, oh shit, those were real.
Wow. Huh.
And that was and it was great. And I'm explaining it so bad, but it was really funny. Oh shit. My palm is sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti. There's vomit on my sweater already.
Opens his mouth, but the spaghetti won't come out.
Especially Japanese ghosts. They're usually very killy.
Okay, but so when I think Japanese ghosts, I think of Ring, and that's like specifically like you must replicate me so I can murder more people. Like it, you know.
The Grudge. The Grudge just murders people who go into the house.
Yeah, but the house continues to exist, right? Like the Grudge doesn't destroy the house so that more people can't move into it.
Yeah, but I think it just wants to kill anyone who comes close to it. Not that its goal is to kill more and more people. It's just anyone who comes
okay.
near it.
But
Kill.
here's my argument as to
Kill.
why the haunted oven isn't that bad is because there's two things going to happen. One, it's going to burn your house down, and then the haunted oven's going to be destroyed. Nobody's like, hey, let's get this oven out of this house and refurbish it.
I guess.
Or the house is going to be burnt down, and the oven is mysteriously there, like, untouched and undamaged.
No, that'd be the best. That'd be the best fucking shitty horror movie. The best B horror movie where this like, oh, I'm gonna buy a used oven because ours is broken, and then they buy it, and then it like weird stuff starts happening, and they all die in a fire, and at the end it's that twist where they're like, well, at least I destroyed the oven in the house fire, and then like the
God
one
damn it.
survivor looks over and there's people pulling the oven out. She's like, oh no!
You turn on the oven and just hyper realistic blood starts pouring forth from its coils.
I mean, that's what happened, spoiler warning, on, I think it's called Ghost Ship, where she's like, at least I stopped the ghost ship from claiming more people than my friends. And then the last thing, she's like looking over and there's people carrying the treasure thing that caused all the deaths in the previous one. She's like, no! And they're carrying it onto another boat.
I'm trying to think. There was like a haunted ship horror movie that I watched that was pretty good.
Ghost Ship's pretty good, just so you know.
What's that? No, it's not The Boat. It's not Deep Rising.
Have you looked up Ghost Ship?
Oops, sorry.
I'm getting some feedback. Triangle.
Oh,
Well, like the Bermuda Triangle.
thanks, guys.
No, anytime.
Here to help.
Somebody. Oh, it's gone now. I was like, somebody's getting a mic that's getting a second pickup, but it seems to have stopped. I don't remember it being called Triangle. Was it like a different title in a different region?
Are you still working on your thing?
I mean, I should be, but instead I'm looking at the...
Yeah, that's why I was like trying to remind you to maybe work on your thing instead of looking stuff up.
Yeah...
We're gonna have the Temtem thing. No, it's annoying for me too.
No,
I
no,
didn't-
like, I actually have something for this.
I was
Like,
gonna
I
say,
have-
just get, like, Nathan to look it up for you.
I have, like, nothing.
He can't do anything.
I'm highly efficient.
Yeah, I'm not idling because I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to be working on. I'm idling because I'm indecisive about what I want to do with this next because I'm still not happy with it.
I wasn't happy with mine either, but I just kind of kept working on it because I know I had to get something done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's not going to be like the Dark Tower thing where it took me the entire week to send you a thing.
I would appreciate if that did not happen.
It's not. I'm gonna send you what I'm done with at the end of today in like 9 minutes.
Whoa.
It's
Yeah,
this
clock's ticking now.
Oh shit, I
Tick.
better hurry up.
TikTok,
Shut
TikTok.
up! I decided to go for a gang biker Yakuza chick, like as a ghost.
Whoa.
Don't know if I super love it, but
It's
it's better
definitely
than nothing.
definitely got a lot of like spooky stuff going on. That is
there's no
for
blood.
sure.
I know. I should put some blood on the thing. Right.
Hyper realistic blood.
Gonna be more realistic than the blood you could draw.
I'm
Yep, this is true.
I'm actually kind of disappointed at not having Shonik, because he probably at this point draws something really cute, because usually when it's something that is cute, he draws something horrifying. And now it's something horrifying, so he probably draws something cute.
That's fair. And then he would draw tits on it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gone again. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Sure.
Do it. I want to, like, not rely on layer styles so much.
You're only cheating yourself if you're not using the tools in which you have.
Yeah, but, like, layer styles just do, like, very small things that I don't like. Like small things that aren't quite the result that I want, and I'm pretty sure there's, like, a way I can do it. Oh, look, it just opened the Photoshop website entirely unprompted. Thank you, Photoshop.
Just in case you need help.
Yep. Which has moved the tab off of the Hangouts video call, which has changed the stream output. Thanks, Photoshop. Whatever, I'm just gonna call this it, because I don't know how to make it better. Oh, what's that? James, do you have something to contribute?
Oh, contribute? Me? Never. I
Oh.
balance the books and that's it.
You don't even do that!
Wait, hang
The
on.
books are impeccably balanced.
You've gone from HR to payroll?
Yes. I'm in HR, so I can move myself.
Yeah. You approved your own title change. I see.
Exactly.
I see.
I'm actually here so I can give myself a raise.
I see.
Playing
You're
the long game.
worst.
Then I'm gonna move myself into marketing so I can get my
Get your what?
video game food reviews off the ground. Whoa. Is there 5 people watching right now? How's that possible?
Oh man.
One of them's me.
I didn't even open chat today. Shit, there might be somebody who's trying to, like, talk at us and I wouldn't know.
I don't see anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
have 5 for some reason.
You think the people who watch us actually want to interact with us losers?
Ooh,
Well, they might do, you never know.
that'd make me really nervous.
We should get Andrew on that.
What?
Watching
We know Andrew can't do anything.
Exactly.
No.
I can't even breathe.
No, that's not true. We started this, like, 4 months ago? And after 3 of those 4 months, they started looking up the thing on Yahoo Answers.
You're right.
Whoa.
They just kind of did that unprompted too.
Yeah.
It may or may not have been slightly earlier than that.
I was.
I'm sorry. Are you offended that we're not contributing enough to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am
You know how much work I put in HR alone? How come I'm the only person?
I'm very much aware of how much in fact, I could probably say I know exactly how much work you put into HR alone.
Well, shut up.
Listen, I was just trying to do you a favor. Like, you did me a favor of contributing something to the show. So I thought I'd take some weight off your shoulders and overstate your uselessness on your behalf, so that you'd have to do less of that.
Oh, you're stealing my comedic material. Makes me really upset.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is more like this is more like you need a situation where I, like, set you up for
Yeah,
the comedy bomb, like you're gonna drop the comedy bombs.
Yeah, like, I don't know. For example, you drop a not very warm take, and then I overstate how hot it is. For example.
We already did that bit though. We're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I know, but repetition is funny.
Yeah, but rule of threes means the third time we have to do it differently, and I don't know.
Oh god.
I gotta think about what that looks like.
Yeah.
Right
That's
now,
way too much work.
probably the twist has to be that it actually is deep down. It is a hot take.
Yeah.
But that might mean I then have to pretend I really care about something, so...
Yeah, that might be a bridge too far.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What are the... I recognize the dude from Yakuza in that. What's the deal with the chick with, like, stuff in her arms?
She's a ghost.
Yeah, but, like, I assume...
They're the engravers.
I assume there's a bunch of stuff stabbed through her arms because of how she died?
They put tattoos on and they're blind. They tattoo people blind.
Ah, okay. Sounds delightful.
Yeah, I assume it's like somebody that can't see very well giving you a small weed tattoo, but it turns out to be most of your arm.
Another ghost I really like is the hanged priestess, I think it is, or the rope priestess. She's like a ghost, and then her hands float separate, like her arms.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was pretty fucking dope. I contemplated it, but I didn't want to do it.
I tried doing it, but I just couldn't get it the way I wanted it to.
God, when I actually use land work, it's so fucking sketchy.
This is I'm gonna link in the group chat the broken necked lady.
Okay. I'll check that out.
That's the best of the broken neck ladies, because in every game there's a variation of it, but that's the second Fatal Frame, and she has one of like the best intros.
Okay, there's gotta be a good meme you can do on this of like, when I need to go to the chiropractor.
Oh my
So
god.
the first time you meet her, it goes into a cutscene where you're just kind of walking through a house, and then something falls next to you, and you hear the snap, and then you look down, and that's where she is, and then she's coming at you.
So I love some of the audio design in Japanese horror. Like, they always have like really fucking weird audio stuff.
Scary as shit. Like, it always gets me. Like, that's what scares me in these stupid games. I know, Duncan. Sometime we should sit down and play Fatal Frame together, because I can do it as long as somebody else is there, and I don't have to be a little bitch alone.
Well, I'm not gonna be a little bitch. I just, you know.
Yeah, but I won't be a little bitch I'll be less of a little bitch if you're there. No promises I won't be a little bitch, but I'm a little bitch.
When was the last time I was scared by, like, fictional horror?
Fuck, I'm always scared of fictional horror.
I'm
scared of not fictional horror, just like fiction.
I went to, like, Fright Nights at the PNE and was like, oh, that's a really cool costume. I like how those effects are done.
No, I'm scared of, like, movies that make it seem real, so I can, like, imagine, like, in the back of my lizard brain, I'm like, this is real, and I'm like, it's not real, you stupid shit, and then I'm like, no way, this is totally real. Everyone in every horror movie who thinks it's not real dies right as they find out it's real. I'm not wrong, right? In movies, they're always like, I don't believe in this, and they're like, they look over and there's horrifying ghost face and they die.
That sounds like it checks out.
Unless they're the main character in a horror movie, then they either survive or die at the very end.
I think, like, the stuff that I find scary is certain episodes of Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's like different kind of scary. That's existential, I want to kill myself scary.
Yeah, but that's the stuff that, like, bugs me.
I know, that's the stuff that keeps me awake at night and makes me want to, like, just end it all because I can't handle it.
Yeah, that's life. That's what life's all about.
I'm gonna...
I don't think that's actually what life's all about. Like, I've embraced that, but it's not necessarily true.
Oh, well, then what's life all genius?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure existential horror isn't it, for the same reason that I believe most religions aren't it either, right?
Okay, now we are approaching what could potentially be an actual
hot take?
We might get there.
And no, we won't, because there's, like, not enough show left. There's less than a minute of show left. But yes, if you do want, like, an actual 10,000 degree take, then actually I tend not to give, like, super hot takes on religion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To be honest, because I don't want like once you believe all that stuff, you should probably be happy because you believe some weird
Damn
things.
you, file being too big.
Right.
No, it's still too big.
I guess that's us for this week.
That's that.
This is this, and that's
Whoa,
that.
rip in peace, Tony J.
Next week we're going to be having a very special Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so romantic. Oh my god.
Sonic the movie, the Hedgehog the movie, the special.
2.
Two,
And Knuckles featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
2 Sonic, 2 Hedgehog. We'll be mashing up the Sonic the Hedgehog movie with one of 3 other very popular and well-made and highly critically appraised video game movie franchises.
Oh god, what do you have in store for us?
All good stuff. It's all good stuff.
Great, glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Okay, so
Glad that
this,
you're glad.
I linked it. This is the family tree of the games.
What are we deciding the crossover name is again before we?
Oh, for this one, Duncan.
I posted it in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yakuza Hungry Ghosts.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I like that.
I wasn't feeling. I spent like 20 minutes researching various like Shinto and Yakuza things to try and find something really cool and alliterative. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. And come back next week for movie madness, movie stupidity, movies.